Hello everyone. Hey love lovers. Goeiemorgen. Bonjour. Hi. Guys, we are looking at Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan, right, to see how they vibe together. And of course, I will deliver some predictions as always. Right, let's get into the juice. Sabrina Carpenter, a musician, a beautiful, beautiful girl. She's just risen in the charts recently, and she's like one of the it girls right now, and she just won her awards as well. So yeah, she's like a huge thing right now, Sabrina. And Barry, of course, Barry is an actor. He's a gorgeous man. He's very gorgeous. He's very, very good looking. Like, he reminds me of my crush, Tom Hardy. They have like a similar look there that I really like. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. So they make a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful couple, right? Like a sexy couple, very beautiful, gorgeous, just like looking good. Right? But let's see if the Synastry is also looking good. Sabrina was born on the 11th of May 1999 in America, and Barry was born on the 18th of October 1992 in Dublin, Ireland, right? So basically he's a foreigner to her. And sorry, I don't want to rectify Sabrina's times because there are like 3 times on the internet for her, and it doesn't matter because I'm able to analyze the past, the present, and the future without necessarily using birth times. Okay, so this is my speciality. So of course you can also book your reading to get an accurate reading of your past, present, and future relating to your love, your current relationship, your future relationship, any type of a relationship. Yo guys, no, no, yo. Hey, me, I don't like this Synastry, guys. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. This is one of those Synastries that I just don't like. Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, no. C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ça? What is this? Right? So I'm seeing a whole lot of things that are worrying me. Red flags that are worrying me. Red flags, not in terms of not in terms of violence of or abuse, but in terms of not giving a good lasting relationship or a solid based relationship, right? So that's why I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I seeing? What am I looking at? What is this? Right? But in any case, let's start from the beginning. Let's start with the past, and we're gonna go to the future as well, right? So the media, the news are telling us that they started their relationship in 2023, like late 2023, which would be last year, right? And the planets are also confirming this. They are telling me that Barry, when he was 30, because he's like 31, going to be starting his 32nd year in October, right? So at last year, when they started the relationship, his progressing Venus was actually going opposite his natal Venus. So it was looking directly at his natal Venus, saying, hey, I recognize you. What about love? What about love? Right? And on her side, I see that her progressing Venus was conjunct with her own natal Venus. Like, guys, this science is confirming its, methodologies every single time. Every time. I've proven it so many times. So many times I've proven it. Now you must be the believers as well, right? That every time when the progressing Venus is getting conjunct or making an aspect to the natal Venus, there will be a new relationship starting, or the already existing relationship will take a new turn, will take a new leaf or page or whatever, but there will be a significant move or action relating to relationship or love. And in this regard, it's on both sides. They are progressing Venuses, we're aspecting their natal Venus, and voila, they got into a relationship. Or some people are saying online, oh my gosh, this is a PR relationship, this is just for PR, or he's not even like into women, yara, right? The same thing they were saying about Taylor Swift and her man Travis Kelce. Oh no, this is a PR. This is guys, in Synastry, you cannot be saying, this is for PR, because when you say that, then you are telling me that you don't understand Synastry. Synastry is looking at all types of relationships, not necessarily love. Okay, granted, it's a PR, it's still a relationship, it's still a relationship. That's what Synastry is about. It's about looking at how we relate to other people. How are you relating to your family members? How are you relating to your friend? How are you relating to your co-worker? How are you relating to your crush? Anyway, I just hope my point is clear. Anyway, let's get back into it. So this relationship, right? Whichever format it is in, PR, not PR, friendship, whatever it is, it's still a relationship. So I see that their progress Venuses were aspecting their natal Venuses. Okay, so that's why they started to hang out together, to be linked together, right? To have a relationship, whatever type it is, doesn't matter. It's still Synastry. Anyway, I also see that I start with her. I also see that last year her progressing Venus, okay, was conjunct or got conjunct with his Ketu, with his Mars, and with his moon, which are also conjunct with her natal Venus. Right. But now my worry is that her natal Venus is conjunct with what? With his Ketu. And you guys know by now what's going to happen, right? They're going to have breakups. And because this was happening with her progressing Venus, right, when she turned like last year, it also tells me that within the same period of them starting a relationship, they already broke up. There's a breakup, or maybe a break that they took, or maybe some distance whereby they were not agreeing on the relationship, and it was with Mars. So, and because Ketu is gonna do its own thing, Mars is gonna do its own thing, and the progressing Venus, conjunct with Mars. What is Mars? Mars is a cut. What is Ketu? Ketu is a cut as well. It also distances at the same time. And you add his moon here. What is moon? Moon is fluctuating. Like, I'm here today, I'm gone tomorrow, bye-bye. I'm here today, I'm gone tomorrow, bye-bye. I'm committed today, oh, tomorrow I'm not sure. I don't know, right? So I do know that the media is saying that no, they didn't break up, there was a rumor, but the planets are telling me that there was actually a breakup. But we're gonna say allegedly, everything here is alleged, right? Just to be safe, right? And as of when she turned 25, because she's 25 years old now and 4 months, and he's 31 years old and 11 months, I see something. I see a rumor here. I see a rumor, and this rumor actually got him a bit disappointed. I see a disappointment from his side, where maybe he would have, thought like, are you cheating, or are you seeing somebody else, or are you interested in somebody else, or are you, linked to somebody else, something like this, right? Because his Chiron is conjunct with Rahu, and this is when this is like right now with with her progressing Venus going over this situation of a possible third party, or a possible illusion or exaggeration or deception that is causing some pain. Of course, Chiron, wounding, right? Disappointment. So that's also possible as of like recently, like as in this time when she's 25, right? She's 25 years old. And next year I see her focusing on her creativity. I see her focusing on her entertainment world, entertaining other people, herself, her fame, her projects. I see that. But I do see him, he turns 33. I do see some sort of temptation from his side. I see that. And as of when he turns 32, again, the disappointment is seeing, because it's still going with the Chiron. I see that, right? So to some disappointment, he's gonna feel it, or he's going to induce it, because Chiron is also, the wounded healer. So even if they are healing, they could also be wounding without, intending to. Like a doctor, right? A doctor, when he's sewing you up, they could, like, when they touch you, they make you feel pain, like ouch, ouch, ouch. But at the same time, they're healing you, they're sewing your stitches up, but you feel pain because they're touching your body, right? So it's like that. I do see that though, when he turns 34 years old, he's going to be now focused mainly on his work, exploring opportunities, regarding work, regarding profession, and also focusing on his health at this time. I also see, that he could be exploring in terms of love, in terms of other partners, like looking, window shopping. I see that, right? And when it comes to age 36, I see him now really falling in love, like finding a perfect partner, so to speak, finding somebody who understands his love language, finding somebody who's really like interesting to him, who's going to support his career, who's going to understand who he is and his career and all of that. At 36, I see this for him. And regarding to her, I do see that around 27 years old, at this time she could be exploring as well, trying to see what's in the market. And at the same time, she could meet a boyfriend, like it's just gonna be like a boyfriend, because what happens is that at age 28, she could be engaged, but then the engagement would be undone. Like it's like you get engaged and the engagement is broken up, like you don't go further with the engagement, something like this. And then at 29 years old, I see again like some sort of like heartbreak, somebody cheating and all of that, because progressing Venus here would be meeting with Lilith and Chiron and her Pluto at this time, right? And yeah, but then when does she get married, or when does she find somebody who's serious about her? It's when she's turning 34 years old. At this time, she finds somebody who's serious. She finds somebody who wants to get married, and she also wants to get married at this time. So this is highly possible for her at this time, right? So basically that is the past, and I actually just went to the future as well. So that's the past and the future. So now we're gonna get into the basic synastry that everybody does, and yeah, so let's get to that. First of all, before I get to that, to the basic synastry that everybody does on YouTube, I would like to look at how they love, right? How they love, their loving style. I see that her loving style, she's very curious, like she's explorative in her love. The way she loves, it's like she gets so curious, and then she just want to taste, and then somebody else comes and it's like, look at you, who are you? Ooh, you look good. And then she takes that too, and then she sees somebody else and she's like, okay, now I'm interested in you. Who are you? Come here, right? And I also see some sort of aggression when it comes to her love. Like she appreciates some sort of like aggressiveness, like a man who's aggressive towards her, or her being the aggressive one. She's very passionate, and she's very impulsive too. Like I said, if somebody is coming and she's like, oh, okay, hello, and somebody else is coming like, ooh, okay, you hot, right? I see that impulsivity, right? And at the same time, there's also some jealousy, like many women are. Actually, like many people are, really. Men just hide it. But anyway, I see some jealousy. But at the same time, she likes to take risks in her relationships, and she appreciates her man who takes risks, when it comes to love and all of that affection, right? And she can be quite independent. So like people who are independent in love, it's people who are like, okay, we together, but then if you want to go and work for some 3 weeks out of the city, I'm okay with that. I'm not clingy. I'm okay with that. Like she's that type of a vibe. Like she's independent. She realizes that you are you, I am me. You have your own things that you have to do during the day. I have my own things that I have to do during the day. We don't have to be together 24/7 looking at each other. No. So she's like independent in her love, right? And she's very gentle. Like she can give like a man that feeling of gentleness, like I'm here for you, I'm listening to you, I'm understanding what you're saying to you, your communication is accepted to me. I'm here to listen, and I'm here to also communicate back my ideas, and we share that, right? So this is how her love language is. And then his love language is all about devotion. It's all about, I want to worship you, I'm kneeling right now, worshiping you, my goddess. Oh, beauty of love, right? So he's very devotional in his love language. He likes to worship his partner. He likes to show the partner and prove to the partner that I am loyal. I'm not moving away. I'm here. I am here. Committed, right? And he can, be also very harmonious, like giving the harmonious vibes, whereby, he's trying not to be intrusive, even if, he is very passionate and devoted and all of that, but he'll he'll approach it with harmony, like in a harmonious vibe, right? And he also likes or prefers like a traditional love, like a love that is based on, traditions, right? Of, maybe I give you gifts, I do this for you, you do that, I do this. Like somebody who's like disciplined in love, basically, who follows the rules, who opens the door for the woman, like the door of the car, I don't know, all of that, like the seat when she's about to sit down, like very disciplined, very grounded, and all of that. And he's also very resilient. It's like when he sees somebody that he loves, or when he wants to give something to his lover, he is resilient and persistent in making sure that is delivered, right? What I've also seen is that if a partner does not give what their Venus is all about, they usually look for it from the partner or expect it from the partner, and most of the time it is the partner that will then play that role in delivering what the Venus is all about, right? So if he's not doing it, then he's getting women who do all of these things for him, right? And then he starts to be like critical and all of that. So yeah, that could be one of those things, like withdrawn as well. Yeah, so but only when he feels rejected or when he feels unappreciated, then these other things come up. So now let's go into the Synastry, standard Synastry, basic, right? Let's go. Now this is a standard Synastry that I also have an option for on the website, so you can also click if you just want to know like just the basic vibes that everybody does, like on YouTube. You don't want to know about the future, the past, the present. You just want to know the vibe. Is my planet, what does a conjunction mean? What does it mean when my sun is conjunct his sun? If you want just the basic stuff that everybody does, then I also have an option on the website. So, but anyway, when it comes to them, I see that, as I said, of course, her natal Venus is conjunct with his Ketu, and I already did say what it means, breakups and all of that. Her natal Venus conjunct with her Mars, sexual attraction, the sexual understanding. But you must always remember that with Mars and Venus, it always starts as a sexual attraction and then it turns into annoyance. Okay, in the long run, this become the most annoying conjunctions in a relationship, whereby in this case him, when he sees her or when she's talking, he would just feel annoyed. He would just feel like, okay, I don't have time for this today. I just don't have time for this too much affection. I don't have time for so many gifts. I don't like this gift actually. Why did you get me this gift? Those type of vibes. So the Mars can be aggressive in the long run, right? Initially, it's very nice, it's vibey, it's sexy, sexual attraction, but in the long run, the Mars partner will always get annoyed with the Venus partner. And in this in this profile, it's Sabrina who's the Venus, and him the Mars, right? I do see, of course, that her natal Venus is conjunct with his moon, which is another beautiful conjunction, because these guys, it means they give each other affection, love, emotions, and just feeding each other with everything, literally feeding each other with food, restaurant, going out, and literally just feeding each other with love, emotions, affirmations, positiveness. So beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love this. But with Venus and Ketu, breakups, coming back together, breakup, coming back together, and she invests too much, and he is detached, because he is what? The Ketu. She is what? The Venus. So she pours love into him, and he's detached, unable to reciprocate, because Ketu is a distance. Ketu is distant. Ketu doesn't give a damn. Ketu doesn't care. Because what? From the methodologies, you guys know Ketu does not have a head, is unable to hear, see, smell, taste. Therefore, you pour your love into somebody when you have the Venus and Ketu conjunction, and the Ketu doesn't respond. So basically, in the long run, she feels like, okay, I'm giving too much. I'm not receiving anything in return. No love, no emotions, no feelings, nothing, right? But again, they have that saving grace of what? Of that Venus and Moon, right? But the Ketu will always do what Ketu is supposed to do. And this... if they stay together in the long run, as I said in the previous videos, it would also mean that she would lose some money, some finances, and all of that due to this conjunction, okay? So just be careful of this conjunction. And if you don't understand it, you see it in your chart, talk to me. Talk to me, and I'll help you deal with it and how to deal with it, right? And I'll tell you how to deal with it. But going back to them, I see that his Venus is conjunct with her Lilith. Again, something sinister here, some vibe of lust, some vibe of I want something from you, that's why I'm getting together with you. It's either for, something to gain, or something to receive, something to, I don't know, like there is something that is being gained, and that is actually the that is the reason for this love, right? It is not to commit, it is for a certain gain of a desire, because remember, Lilith suppressed desire, now conjunct with what? Venus, meaning that perhaps that's why a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a PR relationship, all of that, right? Because the Venus and Lilith are giving that vibe of, I'm getting together with you so that I can satisfy this desire that I have. I also see that his Venus is conjunct with her Chiron. This is beautiful in love, you guys, because the Venus partner, there's something that he would help her with, okay, help her overcome, but then it's going to be through pain, it's going to be through wounding. Maybe he says some disturbing words to her, or he gets into her psyche, because this is happening in Scorpio. Then he affects her psychology, or he says something to her that she doesn't necessarily want to hear, but over time it heals her, and she realizes that, oh my God, okay, he was trying to help me, but when it's done, it's going to be done in a way that, ouch, you're hurting me, but I see the intent is to help me, okay. And he's got, obviously, his Venus conjunct with her Pluto. So, of course, transformations in this love. I expected her, it's her transforming his love, the way he sees love, the way, he loves, basically. And also her, at the same time, the Pluto is able to feel the love and also transform because of the love, right? So remember, with the conjunctions, both planets are feeling the impacts of the other planet, right? So it's not only one planet that feels something, right? Anyway, so now her Mars is conjunct with his Sun, okay? Normally, people will be like, okay, this is a good one, but this is going to be a short felt conjunction. Why? Why, meter? Okay, just hold on. Her Mars is also conjunct with his Mercury and Pluto, right? all these 3 planets and their effects on the Mars are gonna be felt only for a short time in this relationship. Why? Because her Mars is retrograde. All right, now retrograde, this is very important. When you look at the chart, look at everything. Is the planet retrograde? What is the degree? What is the sign? What are the aspects? What are the other planets that are conjunct to it? All of that is important because it's not going to give the same meaning. Okay, like a person who says his Mars and her retrograde, his Sun and her retrograde Mars are going to give a good Synastry vibe, then they're making a mistake, because the Mars being retrograde, it means that it's at 4 degrees, right? And his Sun is at 2 degrees. It means that her Mars will pass the Sun at some point and go backwards, looking at the sign before it, meaning that at some point the Mars energy, the defensiveness, her assertiveness, her passion, and all of that is being felt by his ego, by his status, by all of that, it's going to be cut off. It means that it's going to be broken down. At some point there will be a point where he feels broken by her. So it's either she literally says something harsh to him, or she does something that is breaking his ego, that disappoints his ego, and after that it's going to be a forgotten thing, right? Because it's not going to last a long time. So when things are starting and things are good, he's going to feel protected. He's going to feel like, he has, her passion. He has her drive. He can feel the drive. And she herself, she's going to feel like he's supporting her, with his status, with his vibrancy, giving that life into her actions, into her project, right? And then at some point, cut is going to happen. He's going to feel it the most. He's going to feel like, ouch, 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 disappointed, I'm hurt, right? And then that is going to be forgotten. And all of that good feeling that they felt is not going to be there anymore, because the Mars is retrograde. It means that it's now going to start focusing on, the conjunction with the Jupiter that it would make in the future, right? But this would be in the long term. And I wish I could just explain everything, but I've already said a whole lot of stuff. So maybe I will just share this knowledge, how to calculate this and how to see this with the premium subscribers at some point, because it's very important for you guys to know that when there's a retrograde planet in Synastry, things will definitely change in the long run, definitely. And all the conjunctions that you see will be gone, because the retrograding planet will face something else, right? But anyway, I'll also see that his Jupiter is opposite her Jupiter, meaning that they have different beliefs. They don't believe in the same way. They don't believe in the same expressions. They don't see, even traveling. They don't. Maybe one person likes to travel to this country while the other person prefers to travel to another country. So they have different views, different visions, different beliefs. And I see that his Jupiter is also opposite her moon. Here he wants to support her, he wants to protect her, but there is something blocking him. He feels a blockage in delivering the full protection to her. But it's being given with a desire, or there's a desire to give, but there's a blockage, there's a distance that is holding him from properly doing this. And in their case, it's because of work. So maybe because of their schedules. I mean, the celebrities, they have hectic schedules. He's always like at work, and he feels like he doesn't have enough supervision over her, enough protection to give to her because of the work. Why work? Because the Jupiter is in Virgo, right? Whew, this one is a very long one. Very long one, because when I looked at it, I'm like, what is going on? What is this? There are so many stories to tell, so many things to say, right? And their suns are also in opposition, and every time when you see sun opposite sun, it means that initially when you see each other, you're like, oh, I recognize you, aha, me too, I recognize you. But in the long run, everything that the other partner does, it feels like it's sabotaging you. If your partner is speaking or doing a certain action, you feel like, oh my gosh, they're just undoing what I'm doing, or they're undoing what I've done, undoing my efforts. Whatever they do is affecting my status, not in a good way, but in a bad way. So there's always this thing with the opposition of the suns, right? And of course, her Satan is opposite his sun as well. Another opposition that I prefer, because when it comes to Saturn and Sun, I prefer them in in an opposition than a conjunction, because then they work best like this, right? Why? Then I'll explain this for or with the premium subscribers, because it's a lesson on its own. Whew, guys, that was a long one, very long. Thanks, guys. Subscribe, get on the website. Also subscribe on the website to get exclusive news as a premium subscriber. Like, comment, share, and I'll chat to you soon. Yeah. Thank you for now. Hey, tired. I've been too. Ciao, ciao.